Hello there, everybody, and today I'm here to review Invincible Season 2. So I've already reviewed Season 1, and since I took a little break from reviewing Amazon shows, I've now moved on to discuss the second season of this amazing show, and it is really good. Because this show keeps getting greater and greater. I don't think this season is as good as Season 1, but there's a lot that goes on this show. There's just so much to talk about for this season. But I'm going to keep it short, as quick as possible. But anyway, so this is where we see the return of Mark Grayson as Invincible, who is trying to protect the Earth ever since Omni-Man committed his reign of terror last season, and he fled into the unknown, and Invincible's trying to do his best to be a better superhero. He wants to be a better boyfriend towards Amber. He actually starts college, which his mom agrees to, but apparently his superhero life is not working out as he thought it would go. But once Mark gets on board with a mission, this is where we do get a lot of plot twist in this show. But it's nice to see that Mark is finally able to get his life somewhat together, because he's able to graduate high school. He's late, of course, after battling one of the enemies. But apparently, after graduation, he celebrates with Eve, his friends, Amber, and it just goes well. But we also see his mom, Debbie, who is still traumatized from what happened the last season. She is grieving her own way for what Nolan did, and it's kind of her little arc throughout this whole season. But the main thing for Mark is that he is sent to a different planet. I'm jumping the shark a bit. He's sent on a mission to space to help this bug creature who comes out of nowhere, and apparently his homeworld is invaded, and they have a ruler who Mark has no clue who that is at first, until he finally does make it to the planet. And this is where we get probably the plot twist that I saw coming. But apparently, the ruler of this bug planet is apparently Omni-Man, of course, who apparently is alive, who has fled all the way to Earth to this planet. But apparently, during his time leaving Earth, he spent a lot of time reflecting. He's been reflecting on every bad thing that he did. He apparently decided to have a change of heart, but apparently the biggest twist in this whole season is apparently Omni-Man made out with one of the creatures on the planet, and apparently he gave birth to a son named Oliver, who will be named that later in the season. But apparently his species ages differently, and Mark is, of course, upset by this, because everything that Omni-Man did, from terrorizing Chicago to almost murdering him and calling Debbie a pet, it just really drives him just angry. But apparently Omni-Man said, "Oh, I made a mistake." But Invincible's just not convinced. But apparently they are being tracked by the Viltrumites, who are ready to pound Invincible and his dad. But it leads to a big battle, and Mark doesn't want to take care of Oliver because he feels that he's being replaced by Omni-Man, but he tells him he has to, and he even strangles him. It's like it's dark. But the way they kill the Viltrumites it's crazy. Like, they just start tearing them limb from limb. One almost even kills Mark with her hair. It's a very brutal scene, because this show is still very, very violent. Each episode just keeps getting more and more violent. There's just a bunch of blood, guts. It's just, oh, I don't know if some people can handle that. If you're not into that kind of violence, the show's definitely not for you. But apparently, Invincible is able to escape back to Earth with Oliver, but Omni-Man stays behind as he is ready to get executed for all his misdeeds on Earth and for fleeing the Viltrumite tribe. But apparently, when Mark does go back to Earth, he apparently has been gone for months, but during that, Debbie was trying to find her way towards her relationship. Like, she even visits Nolan's grave, which apparently they made, because they assume he died after fleeing the planet. But apparently, with the help of Mark Hamill's character, who I forgot to mention, I don't know if I mentioned the last season, but he's the dude who makes, like, the superhero costumes. He's able to get Debbie back on track. But when Mark does return, the baby is shown to Debbie, and she's actually shocked that Mark basically has a brother, and now they're going to have to learn to be careful with him. But apparently during all this, I think the other superhero teams were doing their own thing. And, like, I didn't really mention the other superheroes in this, but apparently Immortal is back in this season. He's back to life, but apparently he has started a relationship with Duplicate Girl. But apparently this relationship is going meh for some people. Like, Eve doesn't really agree with it because she basically helped get Eve cheated on by Rex, but apparently it's just they're going along with it, but apparently it causes strain between the team. But when they do go on another mission, it leads to all of them to team up with Invincible. They go to space, I'm pretty sure. But apparently they go to, I think they have a battle between some creatures, I'm pretty sure. But it's hard to remember. But apparently we do get to the finale of this season. We've been getting this other arc where we do see the return of the twins. Those two guys, the Mahler twins, they apparently escaped prison and teamed up with, I forget the dude's name, but apparently his name is Angstrom. He's apparently a dude who's experimented on, who has a gigantic brain. And apparently he's the big bad of this season. Apparently, because what leads Invincible to finally just cut ties with Amber is when a Viltrumite decides to come to Earth. The 7th episode, I'm pretty sure. And she literally squeezes Amber's neck, threatening to kill her. And yeah, that scene was brutal. I thought Amber was actually going to die. But apparently it causes Invincible and her to fight until she decides to spare Invincible because she feels because of his honor, I'm pretty sure she's able to just back off from fighting him. And the fight was pretty good, but apparently it all leads to a finale where the dude is going to open a wormhole to other dimensions for Mark because he believes he's the reason why he has such a big brain. So he goes to Debbie's home and threatens to kill her, and I'm pretty sure Oliver. And this is where the finale gets really, really intense. Because I forgot to mention earlier, earlier in the episodes, we saw Eve in the future and others in like some alternate future where Invincible and Omni-Man have taken over the Earth. And apparently they're going to cause more mayhem. But apparently Invincible is thrown into various portals when he does try to confront the Astrostorm dude, and it leads to him going into a dimension where he meets a Spider-Man ripoff of some sort. He's even voiced by Josh Keating, which is awesome. It's just disappointing we couldn't get Spider-Man in this show. I mean, they're making a Spider-Man noir show, so I don't really understand why they couldn't get the rights. But Brown Table, the YouTuber, he apparently made a video just with Spider-Man and Doc Ock in the Invincible scene. I thought that was really awesome. Go check out his video. But it is what it is. But apparently he also meets Batman. No talking, but we just see his cape. But apparently this was used in the comics, since I assume this entire show is based off the comics. But apparently it all leads to Invincible grabbing the dude, Astro Storm, and he just smashes him through all lengths. He basically murders him, but it's revealed, spoilers, the next season, he is revealed to be alive this whole time. But apparently he almost kills Debbie. I forgot to mention, he literally almost destroys her entire arm. And I thought she was going to lose an arm this season, but nah, she has it just fine the next season. But apparently Invincible literally kills the man because he felt he didn't really have a choice. But apparently Invincible does go back to his main dimension with the help of the future team of his, where you see like Eve, Rex, Robot. I forgot to mention what else they do this season, but apparently this future version of Eve is able to tell Invincible that she loves him, and that's what leads to Invincible to somewhat ask Eve out, but not at first, since he just broke up with Amber. But I forgot to also mention Cecil is in this season too, played by the awesome Walter Goggins. But apparently he was helping Invincible this whole time this season, sending him on various missions. But the next season, they butt heads. But I'll definitely talk about that for my third season review. But apparently Invincible is still going through some hardship this whole season, as he almost lost his mom, his new brother, and just a lot goes down this season. So I'd give this season probably, I don't know, why not a 10 out of 10? It's just as good as the last season. It took a bit to get into the other episodes at first, because it was slowly building itself up. But I think this is a solid second season. So I'm really looking forward to what else we get for Invincible. But there's probably a bunch of other things I may have missed this season. But if I did, I'm so sorry. Oh, I forgot to also mention Alan is back in the show too, which I thought was awesome. He's a cool alien dude. So anyway, I'll review season 3 soon. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.